if Cloud9 can step up and beat out G2, G2 are looking to be the confident team here.
Well, we're going to find out in this best of 5. Winner goes on to the grand final where a hungry energy is waiting. As Cloud9 trying to come out right away, applying that pressure, trying to send a message. G2 does a pretty good job of handling it as they're going to play that downfield. An immediate pressure shot put on net. Squishy's going to have to save it. Ball in the midfield, going to settle down as Kronovi tries to sweep in, possibly going for a demo. It's going to rotate back into net, able to easily take this one up the wall. Past one, has a chance to pass it back in the middle. No, he's going to put that shot on net as he doesn't find a teammate. The boost tonight from G2 working out. Back pass there, met by Torment, and plenty of Cloud9 players swarming. There's a high lofted touch by Torment off the backboard, easily read by G2.
You can see Cloud9 here trying to put on pressure, but they need to be careful of not overcommitting, because that's what they've done multiple times in just the 1 minute we've seen so far. But here, the commits pull through as the defense of G2 rotate, and there's an easy shot from the side wall.
Yeah, beautiful play actually by Gimmick as well. Plays that initial pass in and then put back in by Torment, but actually doesn't need the help as Gimmick takes out that last defender completely, bumping him out of the way. Wide open net for that last teammate.
It's so hard to usually get those shots because they're quick bounces off the wall, and you don't expect that angle on the side of the offense.
Well, off to an early start. Well done by Cloud9. First minute, 1 goal for them. As they try to apply something off the kickoff. Doesn't work out as JNaps plays that high loft over the side. Forces Torment to use a ton of boost, but they're able to transition it downfield as Kronovi gets up for the challenge, plays it really high, but still on his own end. Could be very dangerous as Gimmick tries to shadow that in, but he doesn't need it. Squishy with a beautiful shot sweeping in.
And Gimmick here applying pressure on the ball simply because of his positioning there. Squishy had the opportunity to come in and take the defense off guard by beating him to the ball and popping that in the high corner of the net.
Really difficult situation. Being able to first to the touch is going to allow your teammates to make those secondary touches a little bit easier. Either way, G2 having difficulty on defense. Cloud9 and G2 pretty consistent in that challenge, ends up favoring G2 as they're back on offense. But not for long as Cloud9 in the midfield, trying to find each other with these passes, playing it into the corner pretty easily. G2 Rizzo up off that back wall over to the side. Nobody there to follow him up. It looks like they're going to back off, but it doesn't matter as Kronovi launches that one downfield, easily met by Torment. Tripping up a little bit with Gimmick. Not sure exactly who's going to touch that one as JNaps plays a flick over the top in front of the net. Rizzo had a chance to put that one away. It doesn't have the right trajectory on it as it goes wide. Seems to be so far G2 having a little bit of trouble when it comes to those shots. Just not exactly on target.
When we saw G2 play earlier against Lights Out, every time they made a touch, it was straight to another teammate. Here, the reason they haven't really been able to find opportunities is because they've been more focused on getting these long clears than really pushing forward with their teammates to open up opportunities.
Do like to see that G2 throwing in some demos, might relieve some pressures. This one goes all the way downfield, but no defender in Rizzo, and Kronovi ends up own goaling.
Kronovi not able to get himself in the right position to make that save. So close to be able to get there, but it's just the boomer of a shot. Well, you could call it a number of things. Clear, pass, shot from Cloud9. The strong clear off the back wall is not expected to go all the way in.
Well, looks like Cloud9 feeling good after that victory over FlyQuest. Still warmed up, ready to play as these pass plays in the air. Difference being G2 waiting on that backboard, able to stop those out, not allowing those for free. Is Kronovi going to try to pinch this one straight down? Doesn't matter. Squishy underneath it. Launches that back midfield, but Rizzo in position to put it back in. Deny some boost and rotate far post. Try to get that boost as well. Ends up missing it, so that is an opportunity for Cloud9 to get back out. As again, Cloud9 doing a really good job. They're putting these touches really high and lofted, forcing G2 to go up for him. But the solo play from Gimmick showing he can do it well.
What a great positioning on that shot there by Gimmick. His ability to control this ball over JNaps was really what allowed him to get this one. JNaps coming a little bit too hot for that one. He probably could have challenged him earlier by jumping, double jumping straight for that, but at that point, Gimmick had all the control there and could have put that ball wherever he wanted. And Squishy and Kronovi go for that kickoff, end up hitting each other out of the way. That's something you see every day.
These two guys showing they're more than friends on that kickoff as they meet in the middle face to face. Stormer's going to launch that into the corner, immediately responded by Rizzo all the way downfield to his teammate JNaps, but JNaps just a little bit too far behind on that one. Could have been a great pass play inside, but they end up missing out. It's a soft shot from Rizzo, easily cleared back out. G2 starting to do a little bit better at the midfield. As a shot comes in, the 1-2 from Kronovi and JNaps in air.
This is exactly what G2 need to start doing more of. The midfield control, which leads to these passing opportunities and these shot opportunities that they simply haven't had all game long. Cloud9 has been putting them on the back foot and forcing G2 to make desperate clears that don't really create good opportunities for G2 at all.
All these players so talented. Just have to respect when there's that many players up in the air, you don't want to be one to go there for no reason. Ends up settling out. G2 is able to find the net for the first time this series, but immediately responding, another one out for the demo.
The combination of Rizzo getting the pass, the 50-50s forward, and the demo there past the Cloud9 squad really opened that for the free shot on the side of Rizzo. That was a really nice play on the side of G2 to finally turn around some pressure. I want to see more of this physical play because that's what's going to catch Cloud9 off the guard again.
Something they've done very well in most of their victories. When they're up on offense, they're able to work those in. Just keeps that pressure on as a pass play inside, a shot on net. Cloud9 responds almost immediately.
Fast passing plays. It's not just the accuracy that catches teams off guard, but it's the speed at which Cloud9 can make these passes happen, and that is why they are this top team. It's not just because of their individual skill, it is the speed at which they can make these team plays.
Speed and placement coming into factor on that one. Well done on far post, but they'll be doing a good job of challenging them in the midfield. Should allow G2 a chance. So just waiting for this ball to be cleared out. Right over to his teammate JNaps. Doesn't get the best touch, but still plays it in a dangerous position. Forces someone on Cloud9 to try to make a save. But with being up by 3 and only 40 seconds left, G2 really needs to make a couple goals happen quickly here, because they're going to be in trouble giving up game number 1. This ball played into the corner. JNap's going to sweep that over across. 2 players up on defense. Going to clear it out. Without too much pressure back on their end. Kronovi traps it. Trying to play it over to his teammate. A quick tap over the top by JNaps. Just doesn't seem to be like they can find anything on the back end here. Just waiting to move on to the next one. And with only 10 seconds left, looks like Cloud9 is going to close out game number 1 in pretty dominant fashion.
And although they are the ones being dominant here, I feel like this wasn't a game that Cloud9 won by simply playing an astounding game. They played very standard to their strengths. You know, they had some pretty solid defense, and when they did have offensive opportunities, they made some nice little passing plays. Fairly standard for them. It was really G2's inability to connect with a lot of passes moving forward in the midfield. Now, you mentioned it once, like right when they made a midfield pass, and that was one of the only times they scored in this game.
Yeah, I mean, shots dead even kind of tells the story. Both these guys putting 10 on net. Just a matter of the ability for Cloud9 to find each other in that field. Even though small passes, we saw that very last one where everybody was connected, and it's really tough to defend against. I mean, it's kind of the closest we get to real-life soccer where you have to preemptively go for a shot, or as Kronovi likes to call himself, a pre-jumper. The only way you can really defend those. So if you're not in that position already, the shots are just way too fast with how good these guys have gotten on all areas of the pitch, whether it be passing or shooting.
Yeah, the predictive play is really what you need to excel at to really counter a lot of these people. Playing reactively, which is what G2 was doing earlier on in this game. They picked it up a little bit later, right? They were starting to put shots on net, putting a little bit of pressure back, but Cloud9 sort of dominated them in their early fashion.
Yeah, really good stuff from them, but moving on to game 2 here in just a little bit, it's going to be G2's chance to bounce back as they have lost now 4 games in a row.
Wow, that's a stat. Wow.
It's tough to do when you're playing against the best of the best.
It is, because remember, previous series, it's NRG, G2, and Cloud9, the top teams in NA. What a final we have here at the Northern Arena Rocket League Invitational.
It's interesting to say, especially with them being the regional champs of Season 5, but mistake after mistake that could have been a freebie for G2. But now it's Cloud9 back up on offense. Well done by Kronovi to interject there to try to stop that one out as he's going to play a pass right off that arc straight in. Bounces out a little bit too far. So unfortunate for G2, but the pressure's still on. Played in the corner. Rizzo trying to go for a demo, ends up going for the boost instead as he forces Squishy to make that save. Rizzo just kind of hovering in the midfield, plays into the corner again rather than a direct play. Trying to find something G2 is normally pretty good at is the goal is usually their last effort play. I'd much rather pass and find that open player so they can get the easy shot. Cloud9 being a nuisance, plenty of bumps and demos coming out from actually both sides.
And I feel like G2 are taking these pot shots on net simply because they want to find a footing on the offensive side, right? If they're not able to connect these passes right away, they want to feel comfortable with it, and then they'll move forward as a team.
Right, it's exciting to see. Trying to force somebody out. Knowing how good the defense is. It's a beautiful pass down, a soft touch over the top. JNAP set up Rizzo perfectly.
And look at the placement of JNAPs here on the field. He was basically at the ceiling as he touches this down to Rizzo for the light touch back past both defenders who were pre-jumping that save. They thought he was going to boom that in. No, they fly past. He puts it as close to the near post as he can to slip that pass. And 1-0 from G2, finally able to take a lead here.
Now, there's been a rather large discussion as well about G2 and their inconsistencies, and now they're finally starting to kind of put it all together. And a lot of that, I think, relies on Kronovi. He had a really tough time. Obviously, he's always wanted to be in the spotlight. He's always wanted to be that poster boy that we know him as. But he's done a really good job of revolutionizing this support player role, where he takes that backseat to just simply try to make his teammates better. And when you enable teammates like JNAPs and Rizzo to move up on offense, you see what they can do. Those pass plays coming up from Rizzo back to JNAPs. It's crazy to see that they do that all with only 2 players. So well done by them to get that first goal of the game. Trying to bounce back and tie up the series. As back in the midfield, G2 starting to wake up, passing it, trying to find each other. Doesn't matter his gimmick, gonna slow this one down, see if he can go over the top. Does, beats out one, trying to get that pinch. Ends up playing it straight back. Doesn't get the touch he's looking for as it comes across and back. Cloud9 just trying to power these in until they can find some way to find the back of the net. It's a little bit low boost, gonna force one to rotate out as a shot in, trying to intercept it and bump. Kronovi ends up making the save. Looks like G2 is gonna be gifted that one out.
That was very close play on Cloud9 to put the pressure on, but neither team have had really extensive offensive opportunities except Cloud9 here pushing this forward. And again, the strong clears coming back. It's gonna be an open net for JNAPs to clear that downfield.
Crazy to see this from Cloud9 as well. You see Torment play that cross immediately, no one back. It looks like Squishy was up trying to look for a pass, but intercepted by G2, able to put it right back. You saw as soon as Torment made that touch, he doubled back. He's like, oh God, I made an oops. This is bad.
Squishy now, pushing this upfield, looking for that double touch, and not quite able to find this here in the quick turnaround in the midfield by Torment. It's gonna lead to clears going back and forth. JNAPs in the air. Now Gimmick playing it slow, but getting the good 50-50 forward. I feels like Cloud9 are finding all the 50-50s that they are looking for, which are really opening them up to pushing this ball downfield a lot easier than G2 are.
Fortunate that all it takes is one, though, as G2 has been phenomenal with their chances. They'll put these in the back net with that 2-goal lead. The big difference for me has been G2 in this midfield, able to suffocate this team a little bit better as they're maintaining a little bit of pressure. JNAPs delays that touch initially, able to bring it past, but nobody in the midfield waiting to put a shot cross body. There's a pinch off that backboard, flying up to Rizzo. Looks like he's gonna back out, recognizes he can't get that one. Leaves it for JNAPs. Decisive on these touches as a play into midfield settles, allows Gimmick to play that up high. Rizzo already waiting on the back. Play into the corner, slowing it down, pitched into the midfield. Gonna be first to Cloud9. There's a touch on net, a little bit wide, nothing too threatening. But sweeping in, you're starting to see Cloud9 kind of change up these rotations. As Gimmick being a bully in net doesn't matter, as Torment just barely missing off the crossbar.
That was the perfect opportunity, as Gimmick was actually fighting the G2 goalie at that moment, so they had pretty much an open net there, just the miss coming through. But constant short touches from Cloud9 are opening up more and more shots on net.
Well, all three up, another save from G2, doesn't matter. Eventually, the constant pressure, one shot after another, they find it on the right side.
And this is Cloud9 being a little bit desperate to find a goal here, down 2-0 with 40 seconds left. They triple committed on the offensive side. It did work out as the bullying and physical play worked out to their favor, but a quick 50-50 on the side of the G2 defense would have easily been a goal for them.
I think that's what Cloud9 does their best, though. When they're playing super fast all the time, they apply this constant pressure. It's just sometimes too overwhelming for some of these teams, as a double demo for Rizzo is going to allow that to go all the way downfield, but the respawn from Torment, able to get back in time for the save. 22 seconds left. Can Squishy get the double touch over the top, and he does it. What a counterattack play from Cloud9.
After the double kill on them, Rizzo with the Just demolition derby play here. The return, though, all he ends up doing is giving them each 34 boost. They end up spawning and taking the ball back downfield for that nice double touch. And that was with, it was 40 seconds left when they first scored. It took less than a minute for them to equalize this game and come back now.
We talk about risk reward. And ironically, the thing that should reward them comes back to bite them. As Cloud9 out of nowhere starts to wake up. And with only 6 seconds left, it's going to be difficult. But in a 1v1 situation like this on the kickoff, that's your best chance to control it, whether it be a fake or otherwise.
G2 needs to control this ball really well, put it into their hands, and pop it up for a pass and open up a shot opportunity. This is it. Great
way to do it. High lofted over the top. Squishy probably could fake this one and drop it straight down. And despite JNAPS even being in the position, Cloud9, which looked like they were going to drop it, is now 1 game away.
G2 were looking so good there. They were finally able to find their stride, make passes happen, and put shots on net, something we didn't really see in the previous game until the later half. And Cloud9, like you said, just woke up. It seemed like they were sleeping, and it seems like through this tournament they've been back and forth, like super inconsistent. They get 0-3, then they go through the lower bracket, and now they come back with a crazy 3-2 win over G2 in the last 40 seconds of the game.
I mean, you got to handle it to these guys. It's pretty reminiscent, actually, of like Gale Force. You know, even in Gale Force, certain players weren't stepping up. They still were managing to find wins, and that's very difficult because Cloud9 used to be like that as well, even though they've been in this kind of weird slump, which I think we might be able to say is now over. I don't know. All these teams are just trading evenly now, so which we'll find out who plays Energy if that's going to be the case still. They had a time where, you know, they really had one player really step up, and the other two just kind of fell into suit. So when they did have one that was underperforming a little bit, it didn't matter. Each player was able to, you know, kind of fill in that role. So I think a lot of teams are now susceptible to that, where if you don't have one player performing the best, that's okay. You know, the other two should be able to step up and kind of carry you through it.
Yeah, and that's actually something that's great about the G2 squad, right? You were talking earlier about Kronovi being that great supportive player and able to set up the combo of the JNAP striker capabilities, the Rizzo striker capabilities. But here, now against Cloud9, they're going to have to put that together in a way that catches them off guard, as Squishy, Torment, and Gimmick have been finding a lot of success.
Well, here we are, game number 3, match point for Cloud9. G2 gonna have to reverse sweep this one if they want to go back for that revenge match against Energy, where they got 3-0'd earlier in the upper bracket. Stormer taking his time on this one, just gonna throw it into the midfield. Could be a dangerous situation as JNAPS pops out in the corner. Squishy already waiting, gonna slow this down, air dribble it all the way over the top, gets past one, but bumped out by another. Allows Kronovi to intercept that play, but he doesn't get too good a placement on the initial touch as it swings back. And what I thought was a great play from G2, able to bring it around. Cloud9 again with the counterattack.
They were just too slow to follow up the ball. That was G2. And the quick turnaround was Gimmick pushing forward, knowing that his teammate was going to be able to get the clear there. And now, keep in mind, Cloud9 is up 2-0 in the series, which means that G2 are fighting for their lives here. And with an early lead, Cloud9 are feeling confident.
All these players already into the live final for North America, trying to fight for seeding, as they do not want to go against the harder matches against these EU teams. But once again, Cloud9 with a quick counterattack to a waiting Gimmick, something we saw a lot of times against the players of FlyQuest. As the demo comes out from Kronovi, allows them a 3v2 situation, but it doesn't matter. Gimmick with a quick flick, another touch over the top. Doing it himself, Gimmick feeling confident.
G2 overextending where they should have to be. Rizzo a little bit late on the challenge in the midfield. And although it could have been a good opportunity for him to win that 50-50 and push forward, his teammate just wasn't in position to be able to follow up and make any sort of save there. Great play from Gimmick.
Right, should be a little bit slower on that one, Rizzo. I get the intensity you want to bring to that midfield, but just an extra couple seconds before Gimmick gets there. You may see Kronovi allowed to rotate back. Can't think about those what-ifs. Need to move on. Try to get a goal as quickly as possible before Cloud9 tries to run away with this one. As Rizzo's going to try to pinch this off the ground. Doesn't get it. Looks like he wanted to get that 12 boost in the middle so he could pop it again, but ends up missing out on that on the recovery. Back in midfield, Rizzo doing a good job checking back, trying to get a play. Ends up making it difficult for Cloud9 to react. As G2 seemingly making more touches in a row, trying to maintain some of this pressure. Maintain this pace as Rizzo gets a lucky demo there, settles in front of the net, a shot opportunity missed out as Kronovi gets a weird flick. Again, Gimmick feeling comfortable on these dribbles, is going to lay it out, ends up getting demoed. But with only one boost, I'm sure he's happy to grab another 33.
We've seen a couple of multiple commits on the side of G2 on both the defense and offense, and I think we're just going to be finding more and more of these. Since they're down 2-0, they're going to be a little bit desperate to sort of take back this game.
Good delay by JNaps, waiting for that pass to come in. Ends up popping past one defender. Fortunately, the defensive Cloud9 able to hold on as that one centers back mid. Another long clear from Torment throws away possession. The rest of this team should be boosted up and ready to go as that pinch from Squishy on that clear ends up dropping down past one defender who was already waiting. As they're working out with Cloud9's favor as Torment brings this all the way downfield, but a quick transition across the field back to the other side for G2. Allows them to relieve some of the pressure they're receiving. The fight in the corner. JNaps ends up canceling that challenge, dropping it back down with only 4 boosts. He's going to need to move up for this pass. Nobody back on defense. An easy pass play. And Kronovi ends up missing a wide open net. That was your chance. And Cloud9's going to get away with murder here.
Wow, you could see the give and goes here by G2. They were passing it back and forth forward. Open net. But Kronovi, my man, I understand you may be under pressure here. You're losing. Could be the final game. But this is for seeding. Calm down and just take your time.
No excuses for that. It could have put it back in with one. An entirely different story, possibly. With a minute 35 left on the clock. Cloud9 has a lot of options now. They can play fast, they can play slow. Just a matter of what G2 allows them to do. If they're going to start playing a little bit more aggressive, as a mistouch on that aerial almost results in a goal. Is Cloud9 not quite ready for it? Is Rizzo going for a back pass, ends up pinching with a teammate. Spends a lot of boost though into his own half. Could be a dangerous situation for them as a pass down from Squishy. This is the Cloud9 we saw in RLCS week number 1.
The speed of this pass by Squishy, the spike down from the ceiling over to Gimmick for the finish. This is the fast passing plays that Cloud9 are known for, and this is how they've reached their success. G2, after that miss by Kronovi, I can't even see them making a comeback here unless they substantially change the way they're playing this game and substantially change the way they're playing together.
With 55 seconds left, Cloud9 up by 3, trying to 3-0 sweep this series. What a story that would be. That would mean that G2 would go 0-6 in their last matches. Cloud9 puts a shot off the backboard, nobody there to follow it up. Torment playing a little bit more passive, just trying to kill off this time. Buying extra time for the teammates to rotate back as Squishy comes across. Gimmick going to try to beat it, doesn't matter. There's a double commit on offense. This could be a chance for G2 as they need to put goals away fast. Kronovi slowing it down, trying to bring it up. One already up on the top and trying to dribble it, do it all on his own. He plays it past all 3. It doesn't matter as it's not on net. And with only 15 seconds left, this could be it. We're going to see Cloud9 coming all the way back after dropping 3-0 to Splice to face NRG in the finals.
This is actually more of an important matchup than you might think, right? Because this is G2's last large showing until LAN. And they just went 0-3 and 0-3 against the other top 2 teams in NA when previously they were just the NA regional champions.
As for Cloud9, this is absolutely huge. The ability to have such a strong performance. They got away with quite a bit. A couple mistakes that G2 really should have punished them on. But for them to walk away with a dominant performance 3-0 after dropping solo shows that they can handle that adversity. They can go through that kind of pressure and battle back. Just like how we kind of saw in the Season 4 World Championship. They were able to make it all the way to that 3rd place match.
Mm-hmm.